This is an unusual story, and I want to share it with you. As an entrepreneur, marketer, as a writer, I try to create messages that will make people stop and think. Several years ago, I made a profound discovery for me, myself, in my own business, that nothing in this world is more powerful than the words you choose to put down on a piece of paper, or that you choose to speak. Words are unlike anything else on earth. They're not tangible. You can't touch them. You can't see them. But their power is unmatched. They have the power to wound, to destroy. They can cut a person to their very core. They can kill self-esteem, self-confidence. Some words can even move people to extreme depression, helplessness, or even suicide. But words, they can also uplift. I've seen it. They can motivate. They can inspire. They can encourage. They can create movements, influence. They can unite. And just as easy and as quick as they can tear a person down, destroy them, they can build a person up. They can give a person strength. They can be used for good and for evil. And outside of natural disaster and preventing inevitable death, words, they're so powerful, there's nothing that they can't do. They can keep you out of prison, or they can put you in prison. They can start wars, they can end wars, they can make people fall in love, or they can drive them to divorce. Each day, each night, when I tuck my kids into their beds, I choose my words carefully, and I teach my kids to choose their words carefully too. The sooner they learn the power of words, the better, because it's the words they learn to use that will dictate their behaviors, their beliefs. The words they choose, this is what will increase or decrease their odds of success or failure. Whether something is possible or impossible will depend on which words they've been taught to speak. For example, if they wish to make more money, without the right words, they'll fail. Poor word choice makes for a poor message. They'll need to string together letters into words and words together to create sentences and paragraphs to create stories. They'll need to choose words that connect and resonate with people. They'll need to use the words that inspire, that label themselves as leaders, as trustworthy, and as someone that others should follow. The path to success doesn't start the day you get into business. It starts the day you're born. Why do we fall down, I ask my son. So we can learn to get back up, he says. How do we make money, I ask. We work hard, he says. Do we like the word can't? No, Dad, we don't like the word can't. What word do we like? We like the word can, he says. Yes, son, we do like that word. And what about quitters? Do quitters ever win? No, Dad, quitters never win. How do we become great, I ask. He looks at me. By practicing, he says. Let me warn you, there is nothing in this book, Defeat Mega Agents, that is easy. There are no get-rich-quick formulas or methods. The power of this book lives in the complexity of its strategies, so you'll need to devote yourself to extreme practice. The reason agents fail and cite inability to defeat mega agents as the #1 reason why they fail to hit the income goals that they've set for themselves is because they've never taken the time to learn to choose the right words. They do it ignorantly. They do it foolishly. They just assume any one word is just as good as the next. They don't agonize over their word choice, nor do they give much thought to the stories that they tell. But if you think about the most powerful people on earth and that have ever lived, I'm not talking about the richest, I'm talking about the most powerful. It is those who chose and continue to choose their words carefully. Poets, scribes, writers, speakers, intellectuals of all types. Virtually every one of these people were wordsmiths first, before they were leaders of industry, before they were leaders of businesses or of charitable organizations, before they were the leaders of people, and before they became leaders of the free world. They strung together simple letters to create words, and words together to create sentences and paragraphs to create stories. They were storytellers, then they became powerful, not the other way around. They were storytellers, then they became influential, not the other way around. They were storytellers, then they became leaders, not the other way around. That, my friend, is the secret to defeat mega agents. The story you tell dictates whether or not you are feared. The pen is mightier than the sword. Stories and stories alone are the true currency of our society. They inspire, they unite, they bond. They can even differentiate even the most commoditized product or service professional. This is why the best storyteller always wins, because he can create the best marketing. And words, choosing the right ones, they give you power. Inside Defeat Mega Agents, you will find some incredible stories put together by agents no different than you, who learned to become great storytellers. They weren't born great storytellers, they weren't gifted or talented, but they practiced. As a result, they earned themselves power in their marketplace, in their communities, and in the eyes of every one of their prospects and clients. Take Eric Verdi, for example. Just by changing the content of his newsletter, by telling different stories, writing for influence, he took his income from $100,000 a year, where he had been plateaued for 6 consecutive years, to this year. Just 18 months later, he's on pace to hit $400,000. And the kicker? He mails his newsletter to just 165 people. One might ask, what kind of production are you getting from your newsletter database? If it's not that good, then you're telling the wrong stories. The good news? You can fix it. And this book, Defeat Mega Agents, will help you. Again, thanks for listening. I'm excited to send you a copy. And if you'd like to send me feedback on this presentation, about the book, or if you have any question for me of any kind, please send me an email. I'm happy to answer it. Now, one more thing. As you may remember, it's been over a year now, but I shot a series of videos. Those videos documented a 12-month experiment on the most important word in real estate. They went viral on Facebook. They were liked more than 1,000 times. And in that experiment, the question I sought to answer was this: could this one word in industries like ours, real estate, be the key to crafting the most powerful marketing message on earth? And if it was, what would be the result? Well, I'm happy to report I was right in my hypothesis. And the past 12 months have been further validation of this fact. In this book, Defeat Mega Agents, I can't wait for you to read about it, including all of our latest discoveries. It will thrill you, it will excite you, but along with that, you will struggle to believe what these agents have accomplished is actually possible. I assure you, it's unlike anything that's ever happened in real estate. Again, thank you for listening. And please, never forget the power of choosing the right words and telling the right stories. Take care.